Hello, hello, hello. If you guys are new to my readings, let me tell you really quickly how they go, okay? These readings are really good for these are for connections, relationships, partnerships, but it doesn't when I'm saying partner, it doesn't have to be a committed relationship. This is just whoever you're thinking about, whoever you're coming to the reading about. That is who these apply to. So when I'm saying partner, that's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about who you talking about. So whoever you talking about, that's who I'm talking about. So the partner's energy will be on this side, your energy is on this side, and then the energy of the connection is in the middle. Like I said, a great thing about my readings is that you can use them for anything. You can use them upside down, inside out, right side up, left side down, whatever. Okay, so what I mean by that is you can go through and listen to your sun, moon, and rising sign, and then go and listen to your partner's sun, moon, and rising sign just as you would normally. Okay, you don't want to get too much into things like, but I have an air rising and then they have an air moon. So no, just do it how you're doing it. So if you're doing for the partner, you're going through and you're listening to their sun sign. They are the person and you are the partner. You'll get information that way. Regardless, if I resonate with you and my readings tend to resonate with you, they're going to resonate with you in that way. That's just how divinely inspired they are. Okay, so you can use them any kind of way. Okay, and you'll still get information. You'll still get a lot for yourselves out of the readings, even that way. Okay, so other than that, I can't think of anything else you guys really need to know about the readings. That's how they operate. I hope that you enjoy them. I hope that you guys enjoy them for the month of June. And on with the reading. Hello there, my dear air signs. It's time for your monthly reading for the month of June. Okay, so I'm going to read off the energies. The overall energy for the month is sacral chakra. The energy for the partner is manifest, just breathe, and clarity of belief. The energy for you, air sign, is detach, helpless and hopeless, and sadness and isolation. The energy of the connection itself is crowned with strengthening bonds. They're sending towards you, giving and receiving. You're sending towards them, reach out. Okay, so the energy that I really get for this month, it's like this month is really about grounding yourselves enough to embrace your individuality and figuring out what you want. It's really about getting out of the duality mindset where you want something but you don't want it, but you're not sure, but you kind of want it, but you kind of don't, but then you really do, but then you kind of don't, and then you think forget it. It's like a lot of duality type of consciousness that has to be dealt with this month in order for there to be true partnership. It's really about embracing your individuality and being determined and taking initiative based on what you desire. So the real message that I get here is, what do you want, air signs? And that goes for both the partner and the air sign. That's what this month, like, things are playing out for the air signs this month in a way to bring about that answer. What do you want? You know, because it's like until you can really be sure of what it is you want, and then take initiative and be determined toward what it is that you want, that's the only way to strengthen this bond. That's the only way to bring this to a stable place. Now, when I look at the energy for the partner, what I'm really getting, I'm getting a little interplay here where the energies are kind of playing off of each other. I'm getting that from your place of feeling detached, they want to make something happen. It's kind of their thing, you know, it's putting them in a place of thinking about making something happen, taking some type of initiative, taking the lead, creating something. You know, like they're feeling ambitious. They're thinking about being ambitious and making something happen. But there's a little bit of a problem because they're really thinking about this strongly. But then they have some issues with the way that they're seeing themselves. That is kind of getting in the way. You know, they're kind of, I'm really getting an energy of being overly self-critical, hiding, maybe self-worth. You know, how they see themselves. Do they see themselves as capable of creating what it is that they want? It's like they're trying to I'm getting that they may not be so sure of themselves when it comes time to do it. Like that's the problem. They're thinking about it, but then when comes time to take that action, they doubt. They're self-critical of themselves, and so they may not be moving. If they're not moving, it has more to do with how they see themselves than it does intention, because the intention is there, but there's something missing. You know, that when it comes to how they see themselves. But they may overcome it. They're wanting to overcome it, you know, because they're feeling like luck could be on their side. It's kind of like they feel like they need to get the ball rolling and take some type of initiative to achieve what it is that they want. Because they do feel lucky. They feel blessed. They feel lucky. They feel like this is good fortune for them. They feel fortunate. They feel like everything they want and need is here. They could be fulfilled here. So this person isn't really, their issue isn't you. And I'm getting that you might think it is, because from looking at things with you, it's kind of like you might think this is something personal. Like if they're not doing anything, or, you know, whatever their behavior is, you may be feeling like it's something personal. And that's why you're wanting to kind of detach from the situation, but it's really not personal. This is something that's going on within them in terms of how they feel about themselves. That is their biggest obstacle, because like when it comes to the situation or you, it's like they feel lucky. They feel like everything they want and need could be here, but there's something going on with them in terms of themselves. how they view themselves. This is personal. Then I'm getting that, that's kind of causing them to kind of want to go within themselves in order to, it's like they're trying to look at themselves so that they can be a little more stable and have a better foundation within themselves. They may feel like they don't have a solid foundation within themselves. Like they still have some things that they need to look at within themselves. They're feeling kind of up in the air. They're not feeling really grounded and sure of themselves. They don't feel like they really have their feet on the ground. They don't feel fully in touch with themselves. And they're thinking about getting more. They want to get more in touch with themselves. Like that's really on their mind. Like having a stronger foundation within themselves. I'm getting that the both of you, it's like a lot of mental, you guys are really in your mental space this month. Yeah, it's like they're thinking about building a stronger foundation within themselves so that they can chase their dreams. It's like they're ready to break free. They want to break free. They want to chase something. They want to go after something. They feel like they've been living kind of a mundane existence, just going around and around on the merry-go-round. You know what I'm saying? And they're ready for change. They're ready to break free. They want to get out of that. But they feel like there's some things that they need to look at within themselves before they could ever make that happen. Yeah, they don't feel like they can make that happen. And so they're kind of this is kind of like a very introspective, meditative type of state that they're in. Once again, it doesn't have anything to do with you. This is just something that they're dealing with within themselves, where they're trying to just have a better foundation within themselves to be able to kind of break free. Because I'm feeling that they're really what's really pushing them is like they're really being guided by some form of passion. There's a new passion, a new idea. There's a new way. They have a new feeling. They have a new fire within. They have a transformation. They have a change within themselves that has just been inspired by a serious, deep passion that they feel. And it's making them want to break free. They've never felt a passion like this before. And they want to get out of that mundane existence. They want to come alive. And they're looking at themselves to try to see, how they could possibly make that happen, or what it is that they need to do. What do they need to see within themselves? How can they make that happen? How can they manifest that? How can they be what they need to be to make that happen? How they can be where they need to be within themselves to take that leap? How can they manifest it, make it real? They got some strong feelings. These feelings are really pushing them. They got some strong, deep feelings, some real serious passion here. And they want to go for it. They want to break free. In whatever way, whatever it is they're doing, they want to go after something. They have some feelings that are pushing them. Everything they want and need, they feel like is there for them, and they feel it really strongly, and they want it. They want it. They want it bad. And it's like they're trying to get clear within themselves. It's like they're trying to I'm getting some ambition here. By the end of the month, this ambition is really strong enough that it's bringing about transformation. Like they are changing as a person. They are changing as a person. This passion is changing them. Yeah. And they feel like they have something that, or someone that they have a shared perspective with. They share the same vision. These people, their destinies are intertwined. Like this is destiny, this is fate. You know, it's two people seeing the same thing with different eyes, one and the same. There's a strong foundation here, enough that it's transforming them. And there's so much of a foundation that they feel is there within this, within this that they want to chase, that it's to the point that it's changing them. They're transforming because of it. And they're just trying to make a final decision. They don't know what to choose. It's like it's so much. They're ready to make a decision. They feel like they're looking in the mirror with this person. They feel like they're looking in the mirror. Yeah, they want it. And so it's about that final decision for them to strengthen that bond, for them to get grounded and go deeper within this and be determined towards it. And that's where they're at by the end of the month. Now, what I get for you is it's like you're feeling more detached. So, which is kind of a good thing, because it's kind of like you're letting this person go enough that they could get through this process to come to their own decision making, that they could go through this process of what they needed to go through with looking at themselves and really being able to break free. And you detaching without a cold shoulder. It's like not being cold, but it's just, I'm getting like it's needing to be a healthy detachment. And I'm getting that for some of you, what I'm looking at here, it's like a lot of you are not understanding that. So it's a good thing you're looking at this reading before the month plays out, because you can alter this and make it better for yourself by understanding that this detaching is really just about, it needs to be healthy. You know, you need to detach to just let them go through their process, not to give them the cold shoulder or to cover yourself up or to not be vulnerable and all of that kind of stuff. Like, that's not the way you want to do this. You need to be coming from an enlightened place. Not like a distant place or a self-doubting place, because you're thinking about detaching. But see, this is the thing, I'm getting two things here. For a lot of you, this detaching is because you don't feel accepted or you're feeling rejected. Okay, so then you're wanting to let go because you don't feel accepted, you feel rejected. Okay. And you're putting on a mask in order to detach. Okay, so you're faking the funk. So what I want to say about that is that is the wrong way to go. Okay, because you need to understand that you feeling not accepted or rejected is a feeling that you have within yourself. It's not them doing it. Okay, so you're only able to see that from where you stand within yourself. You're not accepting yourself if you have to wear a mask. See? So if you're trying to detach because you want to give the cold shoulder because you don't feel that they gave you whatever it was that you felt that you needed, that's the problem. Because the thing is this, what's the truth about how you feel? That's accepting yourself, is to accept the truth of how you feel and who you are, regardless of anyone else. That shouldn't affect your self-worth or your self-esteem. You are who you are. Be proud of who you are. But you have to completely accomplish that within yourself before you go out and try to give that to somebody else, or try to, present it to somebody else for them to accept it. Because this is the thing, they're only going to give you the response that you've already given yourself. So if you take to someone else yourself that's covered in a mask because you don't want to be truly who you are, because you don't accept that you're the type of person who wants to, maybe be open and give this much without something in return, or whatever it is, you don't want to accept that. So then you're presenting to someone else a person that is hidden, and you're saying accept this, but then they're going to reject it because you already have. It's like, if you don't want it, I don't either. Okay? On a deeper level, that's what's occurring. So you want to detach just to allow the person to be free to go through their own process from an enlightened place, fully accepting yourself. Because I'm getting that a lot of you. And then here's the thing, there's a smaller percentage of you that are doing the right thing, where you're detaching to let this person be free to go through their process, but you're not giving the cold shoulder. You're not covering up. You're just, and it's allowing you to just accept them more and accept yourself. You've accepted yourself and you're able to accept them more. You're able to allow them to be who they are, and you're able to respect the individuality and allow them to go through their process on their own, and you're getting out of that duality mindset. If you're coming from an enlightened place. But most are not this month, okay? Although there are some of you that are, it's more that aren't. And it's because of some are still having a little bit of codependency issues, where they can't detach without wanting to be cold. They're detaching from the wrong place. They're doing it from a place of duality, of, codependency, being manipulative, obsessive, like they're giving the cold shoulder because they feel rejected, like this person didn't accept them, so they think giving the cold shoulder is going to manipulate the person into coming around. It's being really in a serious head space, thinking a lot but not seeing the whole picture, not seeing things clearly. Yep. Not seeing things clearly. So then thinking of everything from a heavy place with a heavy energy, instead of being light about it like it should be. This should be a lighthearted detachment, where you're just accepting yourself. So you're able to not give the cold shoulder because you're accepting who you are fully. You're accepting what it is that you choose to do and what makes you happy regardless. You're accepting them for who they are and their choices, and you're able to be light about it. And even though you don't see everything, you're able to maintain a strong place within yourself, within your mind, because you're just embracing the individuality and the freedom of you both. That's the way it's supposed to be. But if you're not doing that, you're going to be coming from a heavy place, trapped in your own mind, trapped by what you can't see, trapped by thinking, interpreting their behavior, and then that means that they feel this way about me, when actually, from what I'm seeing on the partner side, none of that is true. This is something they're going through within themselves. It has no reflection on you. So for a lot of you that are not coming from an enlightened place about this situation, where you're making it heavy instead of just seeing that everybody has to go through their own process and through their own, their own time, like they have to go through their own process. They have to walk their own path. And so for those of you that are not seeing that, it's like you feel like you're standing in a rocky place, like you don't see how you're ever going to get to the other side. Everything just seems bleak. You feel like there's nothing you can do. It's like, you want to manipulate the situation or change it in some way, but you don't feel like there's any way that you can do it. You feel like you're never going to have success. You're never going to get what it is that you want out of this situation. You may be feeling stressed. You may be feeling obsessive about how you could possibly get through this or to the other side. And you're feeling like time is running out, like it's just a matter of time. It's like a feeling of feeling like you're losing something here. And that's not the reality. It's just this perception of not coming from an enlightened place. Because you're not losing anything. A foundation is being built for you that's beneficial. It's like this is what you need for your success. Things need to go this way. It's like it's working in your favor, but you don't see it. It's like this perception, this heavy perception that's really getting in the way. Because it's not as heavy as you're making it. It's like a lot of you may not be seeing what you actually have in front of you, what's really in your hands, that this is your golden ticket. This is it. This is what you've been waiting for. And it's unfolding like this is the success that you've been waiting for, but it's unfolding in a way that you're not familiar with. And so you're trying to understand it through your mind instead of just seeing it from an enlightened higher place. You're trying to understand it completely with your mind, and that's not working. So you have it all in your hands, and everything that you wanted for your success is like being given to you, but a lot of you may not be seeing it because it's not happening the way you want it to be. And this is because you're not looking at what's best for you. You're not seeing the situation clearly, because ultimately this is best for you. This is happening in a way that's best for you, for your own success, for the foundation that you really want. That foundation can't be there if this person doesn't go through this process. If they don't, whatever they're doing, if they don't do that, because they're being led in a very strong way to behave and do what it is that they're doing. And if they don't go through that and make a decision for themselves, is that really best for you? Is it really a good thing if you could manipulate them and where you could manipulate things in some kind of way to make them do what it, for things to come about the way that you feel that they should? And this person hasn't really come to this conclusion on their own and made this decision for themselves. Is that really what's best for you? It's like this is best for you too at this time, because this is a time that you could kind of focus on some things for yourself while they go through this process. It's like, be free, be lighthearted. But because a lot aren't seeing that, I'm getting that a lot are feeling like they're expressing, now they're starting to like express themselves from a place of lack. Like, I don't have what is missing, you know, like the communication is coming from the wrong place. It's definitely not getting you the results that you will want. So I want to warn some about communicating from this place, you know, expressing yourself from a place of lack and sadness and what you don't have. Because like for a lot of you, your mind is really on what you don't have, what you're losing or something like that. And it's like you can't see clearly what's really here for you and how this is best for you. But I am getting that for a lot of you, by the end of the month, you do have a new perspective. You are, you know, able to see the bigger picture a little bit. You're able to kind of step back emotionally to really see things a lot more clearly, where you're standing on a much more stable and firm ground than you were before. Like your mind is opening up a little more, where you're able to actually see things. You know, you're able to do some introspection. A lot of you are going to come to really see your own lack and like kind of what's going on within you that you've been kind of putting off on them. And you're going to be able to see that, so that you're able to actually see things a lot more clearly. Yeah. So by the end of the month, it may feel kind of rocky at first. And you might kind of be on the wrong track starting out, but then it kind of turns around, and by the end of the month it's like you're shining again. You know, it's like you become a star by the end of the month. That's what I'm getting. Like you kind of break off the sludge, the gunk, the dirt, the stuff that needed to go anyway, the residue, the things that were just left, that were in your way, things that were no longer serving you. And this situation kind of helps you to do that. You overcome a lot of your sensitivities, these sore spots within yourself that have caused you problems and trouble in relationship, that you thought was about the other person, but it was really about a sensitivity within yourself. It's kind of like this. The best way I can explain that is, think about this. If you have a person, if you have a wound, okay, on your hand or on your arm, and then somebody touches it and you scream really dramatically, and then you say, it's because you touched my arm. You touched my arm. That's why that happened. And it's like, no, it can look that way. It appears that because I touched your arm, you were in this much pain. But that's not the whole story. The truth of the matter is there was a wound there. And that's the real reason that it hurt so bad and that you were so sensitive right there. It wasn't really just because I touched your arm. Because if I touched your arm the same way and you didn't have a wound there, you wouldn't have been hollering. Okay? So think deeply on that, because for a lot of you, that's what's been going on. Things that you've been thinking maybe that this person was doing, and you're screaming real loud and you're saying, it's because you touched my arm. And it's like, no, that hurt you like that because you got a wound right there. There's something in you. You have a sensitivity. You have a sore spot from something in your past that you need to look at. And that's where a lot of your sadness and loneliness and feeling, maybe neglected, abandoned, rejected, not accepted, things like that. That's where that was really coming from. Because it's like, I'm getting that for a lot of you, it almost seems that some of you may be oblivious to what's really going on with this person over here. Like they're not seeing you in this way at all. It's more so about the way you're seeing yourself that is kind of creating some of the circumstances that, you may find undesirable. Now, when I look at the energy of the connection itself, I'm really getting that what I'm getting for this other person is that they have to decide what they want so that they can take the initiative towards what it is, towards that decision, and they can come from a stable place, where they can give and receive, where this can be reciprocal. Okay, this can be a reciprocal situation, because I'm getting that it's not a reciprocal situation because they're undecided. They're still deciding, but they're getting a strong push to make a decision this month. Because it's like, I'm really getting that this person may be struggling to express what they really want to give here. Or yeah, it's like they feel like they got this one card to play, and they don't know how they want to play that card. They're nervous to play that card, to play that hand. So they feel like they really got to know, because they feel like once they play that hand, once they play that card, it's done. They're taking this situation seriously. They're taking this decision seriously. So I'm getting, though, that they're ready to play that card. They're ready to go ahead and do it. But they're, that's just the last bit for them, is they want to be stable. They want to make a balanced decision. They want to play this card right. And they want to be sure before they play this card that this is going to be a situation that's reciprocal in the way that they want, that they're going to be getting what they really want here. Because they feel like once they play that card, if they're not already going to get what they really want, then they're losing out. When it comes to you, it's like you have to decide what you want in order to take the initiative to reach out and express yourself and express what it is that you really want and how much higher you really want to go here, instead of waiting on them. It's like you still have to make that decision within yourself. You still have to express yourself for you without looking to them in some way. Yeah, it's like you have to get past your own skepticism. You have to find the freedom within yourself to overcome your own skepticism and express yourself and reach out and take things higher within yourself. Yeah, because it's like you have to get to a place of trusting what you know, because I'm getting that intuitively deeper within yourself. You have some awareness. You know what's going on here. And the only reason you're not reaching out or like expressing yourself and really saying something is because you're really waiting on this other person. And you're only waiting on them to make a decision for you, because you can't make one because you don't know what you want. If you did, you'd make a decision on your own. And then for this other person, it's like they have to follow their heart. They have to play this card and put their heart on the line. And follow their heart. Even if they don't know how unlucky it's going to be, it's like they got to play that card at some point. Because this person, this is a matter of the heart. That's what this is. This passion that they feel, there's love. This is some serious love here that's causing them to behave in the way that they are. They feel something, definitely. They can see that what they really, everything they want and need is right there. But they scared to play this card. That's what it is. Now I'm going to pull a card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So what I'm really getting here is this is the issue here is something related to family, okay? And this decision, because I'm really feeling like this is like decision. This is about decisions. This is about what you really want, what's true for the both of you, and what your true desire is. And it's somehow related to family, like whether you need to forgive yourself for your truth. However it is, it's somehow related to family, and it's like you need to heal that and forgive whoever you need to forgive, even if it's yourself, and make the decision that you need to make, because your love life benefits as you forgive, and for some of you, this may be old family patterns of what you went through coming up that's causing you to choose and do things the way that you're doing things. And it's like you need to throw all that away and get to the truth. What do you want? What is your truth and what you desire? Not what somebody said you had to do, not the way you think it needs to be because of how it was for you. And because you didn't forgive your parent for what they did, so now you're not going to repeat this mistake, or however it is. Or you can't forgive yourself because you're doing something that maybe your parents wouldn't approve of, or that they wouldn't want you to do. Whatever it is, forgive, move forward for yourself in your life and what's best for you and what you desire. That's what it's about. What do you want? Because your happiness only comes when you're following what it is that you truly want. How you going to be happy living a life for somebody else and what they want or what they think you should do? You cannot have happiness that way. Okay? You cannot have the love of a lifetime. You can't have the best, love life you've ever dreamed of. You're going to keep yourself stuck and away from your true heart's desires and what you really want. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to do what is blocking. What is the blockage? What is the biggest problem here within this, between the two of you? And then I also want to say, guys, if you like the reading, if it's resonating with you, give a thumbs up. Any way that you support the channel, you allow me to be able to continue to do this and put these out for you. Okay, so support, share, subscribe, like. Also, I want to say, keep in mind, like, if my work is really resonating with you, keep in mind the Divine Tarot Love Club and consider joining that. For just $1 a month, you can get a monthly twin flame reading, and then they go up there from there, and there's more readings available from there. And for those of you who already joined the Love Club, there's readings available now. Because it is a new club, but there's readings available on there now. You have to go on there and log into your Patreon, and you will be able to see them. We're going to see what's blocking here. And then another thing, like if some of you are really stuck and you're really just, the radio show this coming up Sunday, June 4th, is going to be about understanding the twin flame dynamic. And we're going to break it down. So this is a conversation. There's going to be a lot of new information that you probably haven't heard before. Some of it you may have, but a lot of it you may not have ever heard before. Okay, so I recommend it because this is I recommend that you tune into the show because this show is going to be really there to kind of really accelerate a lot of people towards their union, to having that amazing love that they really and truly desire, you know, because there's a lot of people that are going to be coming together and coming into union, but it's not going to happen if you don't understand the things that you need to understand, and you're not getting there, you know, within yourself. So I'm doing everything that I can to help you get there, from the love club to the radio show, you know, all of that is to help you get there. So if you've been going in circles in your love life where you kind of just keep going through certain patterns, that show is going to really break it down, because I'm going to really get into what this is. Like we gonna cut the shit, you know what I mean? We're going to get rid of the fog, and we just going to make this shit real clear. Okay, that's the purpose of that show, is to make it really clear enough so you know where you are, and what you need to do, and you can really see the situation fully for what it is. Okay, so that's the purpose of Sunday's show, understanding the twin flame connection. So you have to be there, and the information for all of that is in the description box. Because like, it's time. We need more love in the world, you know. We need more children growing up and seeing two people relating to each other in a healthy way, in love, that love each other. You know, that is the best thing we could ever do for this planet. You know what I mean? Is to increase the amount of love here. And the only way that we can do that is, you know, by perfecting that love within ourselves, you know, and creating those types of relationships that put that out in the world for other people to see. You have to model that. See, that's not something you can teach your kids, because if you know, they model what they see. So if you don't want your children in, you know, unhealthy relationships where there is no love, then you have to do the work within yourself to be able to attract that love and embody that love and have that in front of them. Because, you know, we've all heard that saying before. Children are going to do, they do what they see, they do what you do, not what you tell them. You know what I'm saying? They do what they see, not what they hear. So it's like, you know, I just want to see as many people as possible come into union and be that example, you know, because it really will change this world when we have more lovers in the world. I just wish I could, if I could have it my way, if I could snap my fingers, you know, it'd be lovers all over the streets, you know. It would be people everywhere, you know, deeply and passionately in love and just sharing that love in the world. I mean, juicy, tender, gentle, kind, compassionate, unconditional, forgiving love. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the biggest issue here, okay, is not using your brain, being smart enough to just do what you know you need to do, because deep within yourself, you know. Okay, and it's time to take that next step, but you have to free yourself within yourselves. And this is the both of you. Okay, this is the blockage here. It's like both of you are not freeing yourselves because you're waiting. The biggest issue here is stop waiting, empower yourself, be empowered to take the steps to do what it is that you need to do and go for what you want. Leap, jump, free yourself. You don't need another half. You don't need another part of the story. You don't need any of that. All you need is what you know within your knower. What is a knower? I don't fucking know. But what I mean is what you know within yourself. Okay, that's your knower. The place within yourself where you just know. It's just that gut feeling. It's time to listen to that. Stop waiting. Empower yourself and free yourself to take that leap. Because everything that you want, this is what you know in your knower. I'm giving you a message that is spiritually and divinely placed there. Okay? That little feeling in your gut is telling you the truth. Abandon everything else and leap. Okay, so that is what the issue is here. Both people are waiting instead of empowering themselves, instead of being whole within themselves, whole enough to not need the other half of the story or the other person or this, needing nothing but yourself and your knower, and being able to proceed off of that in power. Okay, so that's the blockage here. That's what's in the way of progress and moving forward and the next thing for the two of you. Okay, so my dear air sign, I don't know why I did that. I just felt it and I went with it. So that is your reading for the month of June, my dear air signs. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button and show me some love. Also, guys, my readings are very, very interesting in this way. Okay, they can be used upside down, inside out, right side up. It can be, you can flip them any kind of way. So you can use them for moon signs, and you can sit and go through yours, go sun, moon, rising, and watch them all as yourself, and then look at for the partner side where you're the person the reading is about, and then you're looking at, then there's the partner, and then you can go back and do the same thing with your partner, even if it's the same one, even if you have air in rising and then they have an air sign in their sun sign. You can still go back for them and look at the videos with them as the person and you as the partner, and I guarantee you still gonna get information. That's how divinely inspired these are. So like, you can flip them, turn, you can use them all kind of ways and get information and get guidance, for yourselves in this time. Okay, so give it a shot, and pull some more, extract some more information out of these readings. Okay, that's what they're here for. Okay, so I love you guys. Love, light, unicorns, rainbows, every good thing, every beautiful thing. To all of you, have a fabulous time. I hope that you will be tuning in on the radio show this Sunday, June 4th. The information is below, and I'm gonna be answering questions at the end. You guys will get to talk to me. We can talk about what you want to talk about. You can ask questions and bring up topics that are pressing in your life. So it's going to be an amazing time. I really hope to see you there. And I hope that you will be in the Divine Tarot Love Club on Patreon. I also hope to see you there. Okay. So love you guys. Have a fabulous month of June. Bye.